You make your grand entrance into this world right on the hood of a car in a place that's basically the Scranton, Pennsylvania, of some corner of the globe. Welcome to Earth. You got your work cut out for you. Because in a place like Scranton, only about 10 to 20% of kittens actually manage to make it to adulthood. In other words, your survival is down to pure luck. As if the environment isn't greasy, filthy, and freezing enough, you're also blind and deaf. You weigh only about 100 grams, meaning you are completely dependent on your mother. Right after birth, she immediately moves you and your siblings to your new home. Since your eyes are shut, you can't see where you're headed, but at least it's drier than before. Then, one night, your mother doesn't return to the nest. You're shivering uncontrollably. The cold seeps into your tiny body, chilling you to the bone. Reloading. This time, your mother returns to the nest with the night's hunt. She has to hunt just to keep you fed. You can't see your siblings yet, but you feel their warmth. You spend your days huddling together, nursing when your mother arrives and sleeping a lot. Around the 10th day, your eyes finally open. Now you can see your mother and those little punks that are supposed to be your siblings. Since you spend all day trapped in a tiny box with these rascals, you've got to get to know them. You test your strength by wrestling. You smack them all around and win. As long as they pledge their loyalty to you, they're good boys. Passing the days like this, you've reached about 4 weeks old. Curiosity about the world is starting to kick in. You roam around the nest, getting to know the surroundings without wandering too far. Just as you took a step out of the den, a pit bull passing by spotted you. You had no idea he was a threat. Reloading. This time, you're watching the pit bull from the safety of your nest. Once he's gone, you head out to play with your siblings. You're honing your skills by playing games in the street. You chase anything you see, bugs, flies, leaves falling in the wind. Play is vital for kittens because every game sharpens their hunting reflexes. And of course, you don't forget to smack your siblings around every now and then. You're playing with something strange you found on the ground. You don't know what it is, but it looks fun. It makes a satisfying sound every time you bat it. Right then, you give it a good whack, and your toy rolls out into the street. The game isn't over yet. You jump right after it. A passing car didn't notice you. Reloading. This time, you're playing carefully around the nest, spending your days with games. You've reached about 8 weeks old. As the days pass, your mother has started to pay less and attention to you. Also, her milk isn't enough anymore. You've left the nest. You're wandering around to find a spot to spend the night. You crawled under the hood of a car. With the heat from the engine, it felt like a good place to survive this freezing night. And you fell asleep. In the morning, you were startled awake by the roar of the vehicle. The engine had started. You looked for a way to escape, but you couldn't find one. Reloading. A short break in our video for a public service announcement. Especially during the cold winter months, please give your car's hood a light tap and listen closely before getting in. Make sure a kitten hasn't crawled inside for warmth. By doing this, you could save a life. Don't forget to share with us which animal's life story you'd like to hear in the next video. Enjoy the rest of the show. One day, while you're minding your own business on the street, some massive dude comes along and scruffs you by the neck. You can't escape his powerful grip, and he tosses you into his car and takes off. You're meowing, scratching everything, and trying to find a way out, but it's no use. Everything is locked tight. You get out of the car and enter a large enclosed house. At first, you hide in a corner out of pure anxiety. These punks in the house are constantly petting you and taking your picture. You stay hidden until you get used to the place, but your stomach is growling with hunger. You follow a scent coming from the kitchen. You spot a bowl of milk. It reminds you of your mother, so you start lapping it up immediately. A few hours later, your stomach starts churning and feeling sick. You feel yourself fading. The people didn't pay enough attention to you, and you passed away. Reloading. This time, they didn't give you store-bought milk. Instead, they mixed special kitten milk replacer with water for you. Now you can fill your stomach without any trouble. You've grown used to the house too. You finally have a real home. But one day, you felt so sick that you couldn't even get out of bed. The people in the house rushed you to the vet immediately. It turned out you had a parasite infection. They started your treatment right away, but it was just too late. Even though the vet did everything they could, time had already run out. Reloading. This time, they made sure you got your flea, tick, and worm treatments regularly, and you didn't get sick at all. Your days are spent eating your food, sleeping plenty, and getting smothered with affection by the people in the house. You've turned 3 months old now. One morning, you woke up with a strange feeling you couldn't quite explain. You started marking the whole house with your scent. You were in heat. When the people came home, they went ballistic. They started shouting and getting angry at you. You had no idea why they were so mad. You hadn't done anything wrong. That feeling inside you just kept growing. You had to get out. While looking for a way out of the house, you spotted a window left cracked open. You tried to climb up and jump through, but you didn't make it and got stuck in the gap of the window. You struggled to break free. The more you fought, the tighter you got wedged in. You tried to call for help by meowing, but no one was home. You lost consciousness, not knowing how long you had been hanging there. Reloading. This time, you managed to leap out carefully and escape the house. You returned to your old neighborhood. You'd been gone for a while, but you started throwing your weight around with the local cat, basically saying, I didn't just arrive, I'm back. You're young and dynamic. You're so aggressive that you smack every cat you see and shout, next! You made sure the neighborhood cats felt your dominance immediately. Actually, this is purely instinctive, driven by your hormones. Finally, tired of fighting, you look around and see a female who looks impressed. You pounce on her right away to show you like her. Yeah, that's exactly how cats treat the females they're into. Unfortunately, you're not romantic at all. After an adventurous day with the female you set your sights on, you calm down and fall asleep inside a cardboard box. You wake up shivering in the night. Of course, having been a house cat, it's tough for you to be out in this weather. You spot another sleeping female and quietly approach her. Well, naturally, driven by the need for warmth and your hormones, you dive right back into the adventure. It hits you that you haven't eaten in a while. You set your sights on a bird perched in a tree for a hunt. You start climbing the tree silently and slowly. The bird notices you at the last second, but you catch it mid-air and fall together. You're lucky. You didn't die this time. Now that your belly is full, you want to go home, but you're too far away and can't find your way back. Being on high alert in the streets is hard, but since you are well fed and grew up strong, you don't take any heat from anyone. You keep putting everyone in their place. Females, seeing your bad boy vibe, keep hanging around you, and you don't turn down their attention as if there's no tomorrow. You have a strange feeling inside, both free and lost. While sitting on top of a trash can, questioning life, some punk's trash thrown from a distance hit you in the head and you blacked out. When you came to, you were inside a garbage truck. You couldn't breathe and... Reloading. This time, after blacking out, you fell outside of the trash, and when you came to, you were at the vet. The vet treated you and released you back to the streets. You returned to your old neighborhood once again. If the neighborhood had a king, it was you. You filled your belly by eating the food left out for the colony, or by hunting every now and then. Neighborhood life was good for you. You spent a few pleasant years there, but now you've grown old. Your reflexes have weakened significantly. You couldn't hunt like you used to, and the younger cats wouldn't let you get to the food left out. They'd finish it before you even got a chance. You grew weaker and weaker until you found a safe corner to sleep. You closed your eyes to this life for the last time. Reloading. This time, it didn't work out. You've spent all 9 of your lives, but you lived a hell of a life. You came into this world in the engine of a car. You played games with your siblings. You hunted everything you saw. You were a magnificent hunter. You spent several years as the king of the neighborhood. The end. Remember, friends, in reality, cats only have one life, and truly very few of them make it to adulthood. Life is full of dangers for them. Let's not forget to be careful, and if we really want to adopt a cat, let's make sure to do thorough research beforehand. Don't forget to share with us which animal's life story you'd like to hear in the next video. Thanks for watching.